Driving inside, a hook pass cross court, caught a Warrior, and out of bounds it goes as both Kuminga and Horford converge on Deni Avdija. Deni had a remarkable month of March last year. How about 30, 12, 10 assists in the overtime loss at Cleveland. I mean, he had some remarkable games. 37, 11, 5 assists at Chicago.
Away from the play foul right here before the ball was released on inbounds.
Okay. Free throw and possession coming. JB DeRosa, Rodney Mott come over here to the scorer's table.
We can take a look at it.
Timing.
Yeah, off ball time. Get you one. Love, he's going to raise. Nope. And the rebound grab by Kuminga on the race. Like the end of practice. Pajinski gets it.
Arena hasn't cleared out yet, and you want to make a point.
Running the width of the court. I mean, that's awful.
Tough. Yeah,
that's so old school.
It is.
Horford drills a three. What's he going to mean to the Warriors this year? He'll give you some of that, some playmaking, solid defense, obviously. Here's a pass that gets away. Spencer, that can't happen. On the inbounds, he streaks to the cup, makes the catch, and is knocked down and fouled.
Plays a foul, 17, Shaden Sharp, that's his second personal. First team foul.
Talk so much about the various lineup options that Chauncey Billups has. Tom Habistro. And you love when they put all the tall guys out there, but they also have a pretty decent small ball look.
Yeah, look at this right here, Casey. When you're looking at the lineup for the Blazers, there's not a traditional center out there, and this is actually part of the program for Chauncey Billups. He wants to see a little bit of a small ball more so than last year. Last year, we only saw about 2 minutes and 45 seconds on average the Blazers playing without a traditional center on the floor. This year, in preseason, we've seen 4 minutes plus per game in the preseason. I know, preseason, all the caveats apply, but it is interesting that, yes, they have Jan Hansen and they have Donovan Clingan, as well as Rob Williams and Dwap Reith, but they do want to go small, and they're doing it more often in the preseason than what we saw last year. So Deni Avdija and Jeremy Grant, get ready to play big man against guys like Al Horford.
Yeah, good point, Tom. A big piece of that, as the Blazers here on the 4-on-3 break, good find from Judah Shaden, is Coach Billups now having a year under his belt of seeing Deni Avdija play. Think about last season when we were down in Houston. Deni Avdija guarding Şengün late in that game where the Blazers won the game. Other bigs he guarded throughout the year, so he showed the coaching staff he can do it, so now they can implement it early. Good find, Drew.
Portland has scored consecutive buckets at the cup. Here's Grant in transition, getting it from Deni after he got in.
Perfect player at the guard position. Drew would have all the attributes.
And Brookie's got that $1 million smile, and of course he's from Hollywood.
Hollywood, you say? Yes, Hollywood. But he is not a Hollywood kind of guy. He's a guy that just wants to work hard. And you mentioned that Lamar coach Billups just so pleased to have him on his squad. He said he's picking up the ball at the top, causing a lot of turnovers with his hands and his physicality. He knows when to switch. He's just so far ahead based on his experience, so he makes the game.
Well defended from the Blazers. Shaden Sharp, the primary defender that time. Here he is, the primary weapon on the offensive end. Pulling up in transition, he's been doing more of that as that opportunity has presented itself.
Waiting from the torn hamstring, they will have to spell Drew Holiday, and they figure to do it with one of those two guys.
Primary ball handlers, unless you're facing a lot of pressure, that's when they'll be tested, Kev. When they play against a team that really picks you up, takes you out of the comfort zone, because and a lot of read and react, where it requires basketball players to have intelligence in reading the driving angles, where guys are going, why they're going that place, knowing what spaces of the floor to leave open. It's not something the coaches can always tell you each time down. It's dependent on how the defense is guarding it and then what your teammate does.
Blazers on a 13-0 run. Kuminga goes at Hansen, who had dropped down to meet him. And scored. Blazers take it out of the net, quickly operate in the front court. Wesley slashes in on Hield. Sets it up beyond Hansen. Good pump fake. It's by Horford into the lane. Scoops and scores on the run.
Okay, Kev. He got busy in that third quarter against Sacramento. There, he used the shooting that it displayed in that game to get the respect of Horford in the corner and then drive by in the scoop. How about the scoop?
Healed. "14-point edge for the Blazers. 7.5 left here, second quarter. Avdija bicycles into the lane. Out it comes to Sharp. We'll bring it outside. They spread the floor. He's got a one-on-one on Horford. Hard left hand. Going lefty all the way. High off the window, up and in. Brilliant play.
He recognized the mismatch, knew that he had the foot speed to get by Horford, backed him out, and then took it right at him.
Sharp 14-10 here in the quarter. Nice cut. There's Gary Payton. Can't finish it over Murray.
Even plays like that, when Chris is beat, he gets back into the play. Involves himself enough to influence the miss.
Johnson trying to get a piece on the screen. Avdija slows the bounce, puts Payton on his hip, and used him.
Yeah, while Deni was doing that, did you see Young with the hideaway screen? He rolled to the basket, saw Deni coming, and just held that positioning to serve as a screener.
Off it comes to Payton. Johnson the rebound. Bring it ahead. Steers it to Wesley. Johnson was rolling. Wesley tried to meet him. Deflected. Back to Blake. Sharp scoops to Wesley. And contact made.
That he has for the game and stuff like that, where he recognizes, okay, I'm no longer a scoring option, but my teammate is, and I'm going to help him out.
Wesley standstill three won't go. Horford has the position for the rebound. Curry. Great pass on a dime to a moving target out of backcourt for the bucket. It was Payton with 2. Blazers up 16. Johnson the screen. Wesley out the other way to Sissoko for 3. Murray trying to volley to keep it alive. Good idea. Again, Curry testing the Blazer defense. Dropping back this time was Wesley and getting a piece of it out of bounds.
Quinton Post.
Warriors sitting Green, Butler, Moody tonight, most notably. Post over here to Curry, over a crowd. Murray takes it away from Payton. 3-on-1 the other way. The 1-2 galloping dribble by Love is too high. Payton filling the lane. Johnson was there to provide static in the attic. Murray the other way. Love the cut. Caleb Love for 3. Just did make the rim. And the Warriors take possession. 5 minutes left in the second. 5 and change. And the Blazers up 16. Holiday will step in for Murray. So it's Holiday, Sissoko, Wesley, and Hansen on the floor for the Blazers. With Love way up here to meet Curry. Full court. See how this goes, Lamar. Love keeping those feet dancing. Hansen there to help. But the rebound made by Post, and he'll stick it up. Automation. Look at the Blazers' three-point shooting, 5 of 15. The Warriors just 3 of 16. 10 Warrior turnovers, Blazers with 8. And the Blazers own the glass, a 31-24 advantage. Holiday, crafty move, looking over the left shoulder, then spinning back right into a fade.
Yeah, it looked like a bit of a zone look for the Warriors. If it wasn't an all-out zone, it definitely was a man-to-man that sagged into the help positions. And Drew and his teammates took their time and assessed that. Okay, we're on a run.
Hansen the rebound, he'll break out, bounces ahead to Holiday, tried to send it back to Hansen, intercepted by Horford. Then it's taken by Wesley, then it's taken back by Post, and then Wesley came back to get it but couldn't keep it in play. Or did he?
No, but somebody just made it.
Pajemski outside. Curry sets and fires, triggers and hits. Curry last year shot .397 from 3, 11 attempts a game, led the league.
How about this, Kev? You've been around the league for a long time, and you've seen a lot of really good players.
Hold on.
What would be the closest comparison to you of a guy as dangerous off the ball as Steph Curry?
Oh, that's a good one.
While the Warriors,
Oh, he was
even in that triangle.
so physical. You know, and you could get away with some stuff back in the day. I mean, that's the one that quickly
Just came to mind, yeah. Yeah, Reggie Miller ran around screens a whole lot.
Love will head to the line.
Our man Francis Williams, franchise.
Checking in
Former studio analyst here with us with the Blazers.
from the
Yeah, check it.
206.
He offered the name Rip Hamilton
Yeah.
to the conversation we were just having. And Rip definitely moved around like that. But the difference, which we are all aware of, is Rip wasn't moving around 35 feet, you know, behind that line. And so because of the amount of space Curry covers, it just it causes unnatural reactions. There's certain closeouts you normally didn't have to make. And otherwise, you know, that's a drop in the bucket for those guys.
Hey, Tom Haberstroh, get into this conversation. Who you like? Best guy off the ball.
Well, for me, it's Stephen Curry, but I'm biased because he's playing in this era that I'm covering. But Reggie Miller comes to mind in a way that I don't think gravity was part of the NBA vocabulary back then. But with the analytics are able to see how the game tilts, the defense tilts towards Steph Curry, even when he doesn't have the ball. It's something that, like, it's really hard to play with Steph Curry on the floor versus off the floor when he's not on the floor. Their shooting percentages plummet when he's on the bench. But as soon as he comes onto the floor and the defenses are doubling Stephen Curry off the ball, suddenly guys like Draymond Green or Jonathan Kuminga or Andre Iguodala, these guys see their field goal percentages skyrocket.